Central Catholic Vikings. At quarterback 16, Troy Fisher.
From Highmark Stadium at Station Square in downtown Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Tonight, the Central Catholic Vikings host the Penn Hills Indians. A very pleasant good evening to you. I'm Bill Navari. Great to have you along for another night of Penn Hills Indians football here on YouTube. A nice shot of the city of Pittsburgh here. Great scene. Indians tonight and Central Catholic both playing for playoff seeding. The Indians can do no better than third in the conference. They will need a victory tonight. And the way it works out, if you follow along, Pine Richland beats North Allegheny tonight. Pine Richland will win the conference outright. North Allegheny will finish second. The Indians win tonight by more than 3. They will finish third. If they lose or Central Catholic wins by 1 or 2, Central Catholic will take the third spot. And then it's a matter of who you're going to play on the other side. Mount Lebanon, who we defeated last week, is hosting Bethel Park tonight. The winner of that contest will win that conference, and the probability that whoever finishes fourth in our conference or third will be taking on Bethel Park or Mount Lebanon.
Tonight's coin toss, as part of the Steelers Showcase Game of the Week, is honorary co-captain Steeler fullback number 45, Roosevelt Nix. The Vikings. The Vikings have won the toss and have elected to receive. The Indians will kick off to start the game.
Indians have won the toss. They've elected to receive. Field, as we are getting some things straightened out here for our YouTube broadcast. Setting up the kickoff for the Indians, Tyree Van Alstine. Indians decked out in the white jerseys, white pants. A lot of the kids have some neon trim, and the Indians with the red helmets. Central Catholic decked out in all gold with blue trim and the blue helmets with the Viking spear. And we are underway here at Highmark Stadium. Kick taking down to the 15-yard line. Central Catholic with a nice return out across the 35. That's Khalil Weathers. Anthony Grimes with the tackle, and Central Catholic will start at their own 37 yards. The line of scrimmage. Daryl Mason and Tank Smith will lose maybe half a yard. We'll call it no gain. And it'll bring up a second down. Weathers slithers his way across the 30, down to the 20.
Khalil Weathers, the ball carrier, brought down by number 8, Kayvon Paschal.
Paschal with the tackle, not until he gets down to the 17-yard line. Pick up a 32 for Weathers.
Gain of 31 on the play, 1st and 10 Vikings from the Penn Hills 18.
As well. Pickup of maybe 2 for Weathers. Weathers, one of the big studs
Gain of
on the
2,
Central Catholic
second
squad.
down and 8 from the 16.
Weathers coming, left side. Tries to get to the outside. Indians are there. That'll be wrapped up and brought down at about the 14-yard line. To pick up of another 2. Is he out of bounds? Touchdown, Central Catholic. Made that one look easy to Austin Vigliotti.
Complete to number 29, Austin Vigliotti for the Central Catholic touchdown.
Central to try the point after. The kick is up. And the kick is good. 8:22 to go, first quarter. The score: Central 7, Penn Hills nothing. You're watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network.
7, Penn Hills 0. Fans, we'd like to take a moment to recognize the members of the Vikings 2007 Whippeal and PIAA Championship team who are
Palco to kick off for the Vikings. Nice kick. Will go into the end zone. Indians will get it at the 20.
Opalco's kickoff sails into the end zone for a touchback. The Indians will start the drive first and 10 from their own 20.
So now the Indian offense needing to respond as Central Catholic moves right downfield, mainly behind the legs of Khalil Weathers. Train. Direct snap, Tim Smith. Takes a shot, picks up 3.
Gain of 2 on the play. Second down and 8 for the Indians from their own 22.
Mathis, play action, swing pass, left side, Daquan Hardy has a first down. And gets pushed out of bounds at about the...
Brought down by number 7 for the Indians. Gain of 6 on the play. 4th and 16 from the 29. UPMC Sports Medicine's athletic training staff provides services to more than 40 area high schools and colleges, including the Central Catholic Vikings. To learn more, call 1-855-93-SPORT or visit upmcsportsmedicine.com. Penalty during the kick was against the Vikings. First and 10 from the 34.
Weathers, right side.
Khalil Weathers on the carry.
Picks up 11 yards, another first down for the Vikings.
By number 2, Darrell Mason. Gain of 11, first and 10 Vikings from the 45.
Fisher rolls this way, pass complete, underneath, another first down. 14-yard pickup to Gavin Thompson.
Brought down by number 8, Kayvon Paschal.
Kayvon Paschal with the tackle for the Indians, and Central Catholic moving right down the field again.
First and 10 Vikings from the Penn Hills 41.
Weathers for about 3.
Brought down by number 5, Tank Smith.
Tank with another tackle for the Indians.
Gain of 3 on the play, second and 7 from the 44.
Fisher scrambling in his pocket. Tim Smith catches up to him, brings him down from behind. Fisher gets the pass away, throws it incomplete.
Third and 7.
And that brings up a second down for the Indians.
From the 38.
Third and about 7 for the Vikings. Ball at their own 38-yard line. Weathers to Fisher's right. Straight drop, try to set up the screen to Weathers. There it is. Indians are there, and Central Catholic will be short of the first down.
By number 23, Jaquay Sears.
They'll pick up about 4 or so on the screen. It'll be about 3 yards short of the first down. It'll be 4th and 3.
Third and 3 Vikings from the 34.
And Central will use a timeout. 3:29 to go first quarter, 7-0 Vikings. You're watching the Indians Football Network.
Since 1987, Tootie Mechanical has been providing top-level commercial and residential plumbing and HVAC services with unparalleled professional courtesy. Central Catholic High School would like to thank Tootie Mechanical and 1976 Central graduate Bob Tootie for their sponsorship of Central Catholic Athletics. Contact Tootie Mechanical for all of your heating and air conditioning needs. Fourth down and 3 for the Vikings from the 34.
Fourth down and 3 Vikings from their own 34-yard line. Fisher will throw, has a man, pass complete, first down.
Fisher's pass complete to number 5, Gavin Thompson.
Gavin Thompson.
Taken down by number 1, Daquan Hardy.
Hardy was on the coverage, but they'll
First
pick
down,
up
Vikings.
about 7, and it'll be a first down for the Vikings. Fisher, play action, down the sideline.
Fisher's pass.
Throws it behind the receiver, tried to have Thompson come back for it, was unable to. Ball be incomplete, and we'll bring up a second down and 10 for the Vikings. Ball at the Indian 27-yard line. Clock stop for the moment. 3:02 to go here in quarter number one. For those of you watching on YouTube, we apologize for some of the interference problems we've had with our signal here at Highmark Stadium. Hopefully they've been resolved. But again, we appreciate your patience. Second down for the Vikings. Weathers coming this way, looking for some blocks. Indians are there. And Weathers will be brought down. Nice tackle on the play by Elijah Robinson. And also Jermel Ward.
No gain on the play, 3rd and 10 from the 27.
No gain for Weathers. It'll be 3rd and 10. Weathers will move behind Fisher. Slot to the left is David Green. Haven't seen Green with the ball yet. Pass underneath Corey Thomas. Thomas loses the football and the Indians to recover. They're going to roll him down.
Corey Thomas taken down by number
They're going to roll him down.
Julian Major.
Be a pickup of about 7 for Thomas.
Flag on the play, roughing the passer against the Indians.
And a penalty flag back behind the play. They call rough against the Indians. So that'll be half the distance to the goal penalty. And it'll be 1st and goal Vikings. At the 10-yard line.
First and goal Vikings from the 10.
Weathers on the delay, has a lane. Tank trying to get him. Weathers inside the 5. Did he get into the end zone? No, they're going to mark him out.
The ball carrier.
They'll mark him out about the 1.
Forced out by number 5, Terry Smith. Gain of 9. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Fisher keeps it himself.
On the keeper, takes it for the Vikings touchdown.
Well, the Vikes extend their lead. It's now 13-0 with 1:48 to go here in the first. High snap. Vikes get the kick away, and it's good. 1:48 to go first quarter. Vikings 14, Indians nothing. You're watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network.
Central Catholic 14-0. Fans, today's game is being broadcast on the new Trib Live High School Sports Network with Ed Troop and Donnie Shedrick on the call. You can listen to the game anytime you want on your computer or your phone by clicking on tribhssn.triblive.com, the exclusive home for the 2017 WPIAL football playoffs is the new Trib Live High School Sports Network. Jaquay Sears and Tim Smith are deep for the Indians. Jonathan Opalco to kick off for the Vikings.
Opalco to kick off once again for the Vikings. And Indians will let it go into the end zone for the touchback.
Opalco's kickoff bounces into the end zone.
They'll get it at the 20.
The Indians will take over 1st and 10 from their own 20.
Tank tries to find a lane. Picks up a tough 2. Mathis. And he just gets swarmed under Amir Allen. Looked like he came in unblocked. Mathis will be sacked back at the 12-yard line. Be a loss of 9.
Loss of 8 on the play. 2nd and 18 from the 12.
Tank will go in motion. Mathis sets up the screen near side, too short for Major. Mathis was throwing that one away. He saw the yellow C headed for him. Penalty flag. This one's going to go against the Indians, as they all have prior. It'll be declined. It'll bring up a 4th down.
Personal foul, roughing the passer against the Vikings.
Oh, no, they're going to call this one against the Vikings now. Saw an official motioning a declination of the penalty. But the penalty gives the Indians a 1st down. Tank will lose 2. And that should do it for the first period, as the clock will wind down. After 1, your score, the Central Catholic Vikings 14, the Penn Hills Indians nothing.
Loss of 1.
You're watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network.
That's the end of the first quarter. The score, Central Catholic 14, Penn Hills 0. Fans, we direct your attention to the playing field, where we will take a moment to recognize the 2017 WPIAL champion Viking golf team. The team pulled away from a strong field in the Whippeal event, winning by 5 strokes. On Wednesday, the team finished 3rd in an extremely competitive field at the PIAA Team Championships. The team consists of senior captain Joe Pronio, sophomores Anthony Nuzzo, Palmer Cooney, junior Shane Kelly, Tyler Blake, Neil Shipley, and Jimmy Myers. In the state individual final, Shipley finished 5th, shooting 78 in the first round, and was 2nd round medalist with a 68. Myers was the 1st round medalist with a 70 and shot a 2nd round score of 74 to finish 4th. The golf team is coached by Sean Mullen, Bob Barrett, Bob Jablanowski, Jason Ott from the class of 2002, and head coach Corey O'Connor, also a 2002 graduate.
Central Catholic getting recognized here between quarters. They're still on the field, and we're all lined up ready to go down to our right. I think you might want to get those guys off the field. Indians now will be moving right to left. Yes, the golfers, they don't move quickly. 1st and 10 Indians, their first down, coming via the penalty. Play action. And Mathis throws that one into the ground towards Daquan Hardy. And that'll bring up a second down for the Indians. Indians at their own 25-yard line.
Third and 11 from the 26.
Mathis with a straight drop, looking down the right side towards Major. Major hauls it in, and he'll go for an Indian score. Julian Major went up and got it, dives into the end zone, takes a penalty flag. His first touchdown of the season.
There's a flag on the play.
Indians get on the board. Touchdown coming with 11:44 to go here in the first half. What do they call an offensive pass interference? Ugh. This is going to be one of those nights. No, that'll go for naught.
The call is offensive pass interference against the Indians.
How many penalties are they assessing on this play? They moved them back to the 5.
Smith on the carry.
I mean, the ball was at the 25-yard line, and they marked him back to the 5. I guess they kept the celebration down there in the end zone, sportsmanlike. 2 half the distance penalties. High snap. Indians get the kick away. Off the hands of the receiver, picks it up. And the Indians are there. Donnie Blue will tackle him at the 45-yard line. That was Cam Laconey.
Laconey brought down by number 21, Donnie Blue.
So the Indians did not cut the lead in half. They had one brought back. Now Central Catholic with the ball at the 45-yard line. Weathers behind Fisher. Twin receivers to the near side. Fisher sets up the screen to Weathers on the right. Indians are there. It'll be a block in the back.
Pitcher's pass complete to Weathers.
A couple of penalty flags come in.
Darryl Porter, flag on the play. Block in the back against the Vikings.
That's an 11-yard penalty. It'll be second down and 21. It is a spot foul.
First and 21 for the Vikings.
Weathers inside handoff, runs into the Indians line. He's going to be dropped for yard loss. Another penalty flag comes in late.
Weathers on the carry, brought down by Mason. Flag on the play.
A hands to the face call against Central Catholic.
Personal foul against the Vikings.
Central Catholic moving backwards. It is still first down.
First and 37 for the Vikings.
Fisher, quarterback keeper, right side, looking for somewhere to go.
Troy Fisher on the keeper.
It's out to the 34-yard line, picks up 6.
Brought down by number 5, Terry Smith.
Tank with the tackle. Bring up second and about 31 for the Vikings.
Second and 31 from the 34. Weathers on the carry.
Weathers for about 4.
Brought down by number 35, Elijah Walker.
And the Vikes will be looking at a third down and about 27. Clock running. About 9:15 to go here first half. Central Catholic 14, Penn Hills nothing. The Indians just had a 75-yard touchdown pass called back.
Third and 28 from the 37.
Austin Vigliotti to Fisher's right. He'll be in the block. Fisher launching one down the sideline. Has a man behind the defense, but the pass incomplete. Gavin Thompson got away from Tim Smith. And it'll be a fourth down for the Vikings. Tim Smith, and Jaquay Sears back for the Indians. Central gets the kick away. It's a Viking. Wait a minute, they're going to mark that back at the 24-yard line. The Viking hit it. Now they're going to move the ball up. For contact was first made.
First and 10 from their own.
So the Indians will take over. First down at their own 28-yard line. 8:40 to go here in the first half. They trail by 14. Indians started to get something going their last drive, but penalty stalled them out. Both teams come into this contest tonight 7-2. Indians with an opportunity tonight to have their best regular season since 2005. Major unable to come up with it.
Intended for number 7, Julian Major, falls incomplete. Second and 10 from the 28.
Mathis in the shotgun. Tim Smith to his left. Darrell Mason. Slot to the right. Mathis will keep it himself. Out to about the 34-yard line, about 6 yards from Mathis. And the Indians with a third and doable. Third about 4.
Mathis on the keeper.
Clock continuing to run, approaching 8 minutes to go here in quarter number 2. Great throng of Penn Hill students on hand tonight. Brought 3 buses.
Third down and 4 from the 34.
Mathis, quick pass underneath, complete. Rick Martin will have the first down.
Mathis pass complete to number 9, Schraub. Brought down by Corey Thomas. First down, Indians. Fans, make sure you get your tickets for tonight's 50-50 raffle for what is sure to be a large cash
Second
prize.
first down of the half for the
100%
Indians.
of the proceeds benefit the Central Catholic Football Boosters.
Tank looking for somewhere to go. Finds a lane.
Smith, the ball carrier.
Picks up about 6, close to 7.
Brought down by Eric Frudyhurt. Gain of 6 on the play.
The Indians can march themselves downfield, get back into this game with a score. Let's say go into halftime 14-7. Indians get the ball to start half number 2. Tim Smith this way, looking for some blockers, got him. Slides at about the 49-yard line, lost his footing, goes down at the 48. Picks up 7, does Tim. More importantly, picks up a first down. Indians for the first time tonight in Central Catholic territory. Indians go Wildcat. Hollis Mathis splits to the right, or the left. Tim Smith has a lane, and Tim Smith will have another Indian first down.
Brought down by number 22, Chase McCorkle.
Oh, they're going to mark him short of the first down. What a horrible spot.
Second down and 1.
Was that me, Bernard, or was that a horrible spot? Mathis keeps it himself. Looking for someone to pitch. Does. Grimes. Indians definitely have the first down. A late penalty flag comes in.
Anthony Grimes takes the pitch. Brought down by Dodson. Flag on the play. Block in the back against the Indians.
Holding call against the Indians, in essence 4 yards. Watch the replay of the Smith Wildcat. Yeah, it was a horrible spot. By a full yard.
Second and 4.
Second and 4 for the Indians.
43.
Major and Grimes at the top of your screen. Mathis running for his life this way. Has a bit of a lane. Has the first down. Gets himself out of bounds.
Mathis keeps it. Forced out of bounds at the 32. First down, Indians.
Daryl Mason had a bead on a Central Catholic Viking. Pulled up at the last moment there as they went out of bounds. Didn't see who the Viking was, but if Mathis had stayed in bounds, that Viking was going to get flattened. But credit for Mason for pulling up and avoiding the penalty. Tim Smith this way, gets a block. Fights himself inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Pickup of about 3.
Tim Smith, the ball carrier.
And those of you watching on YouTube, we appreciate your patience as we worked our way through some signal interference issues early. But knock on wood, so far, so good.
Gain of 2 on the play. The
penalty flag comes in the secondary. Call him delay against the Indians? Oh, offsides.
Encroachment against the Vikings.
Sometimes when that flag is thrown back in that secondary like that. I mean, they don't have play clocks here.
Second down and 3 from the 25.
Tank on a 2nd and 3. Follows his blockers. Gets just inside the 25. For all intents and purposes, no gain.
Richard Tillman.
And it'll be 3rd down, but it'll remain 3 yards to go.
On the play, 3rd down and 3 from the 25.
Tank on the delay. Indians lose the football, and Central Catholic will recover it inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Indians doing a nice job of shooting themselves in the foot here in this half. Indian Vikings get the ball at their own 17. 3:36 remains here in half number 1. Weathers.
Khalil Weathers, the ball carrier,
wrapped up and brought down. Daryl Mason. That's what Weathers picks up about 9. The boy is beastie, that Khalil Weathers.
Gain of 9.
6 foot, 185-pound senior.
2nd and 1 from the 26.
On the 2nd and 1, Fisher, play action. Launching one downfield. Gavin Thompson unable to come up with it. Daquan Hardy on the coverage. Hardy this year on the defensive coverage has been stellar. That brings up a 3rd down and 1. Hey, on a 2nd down and 1, and you have a back like Weathers, you have the luxury of going deep. Quarterback keeper. Fisher picks up the 1st down. Nice job by Troy Fisher just to nonchalantly pick up 7 yards.
1st and 10 Vikings from the 32.
Weathers finds a lane.
Khalil Weathers on the carry.
Gets hit first by Mason, finally brought down by Tim Smith. Weathers will pick up about 4. It'll be 2nd down and 6. Clock running under 2.5 to go here in the first half. Central 14, Penn Hills nothing. Weathers again, and he's smacked in the backfield by Daryl Mason. Oh my. He'll lose 5, and it'll be 3rd down and 11 for the Vikings. I don't know where Mason came from, but he came quickly, and he just dropped Khalil Weathers. Timeout on the field. Central Catholic uses their 2nd. 2:15 to go here first half. Vikings 14, Indians nothing. You're watching the Penn Hills Football Network.
It doesn't care if you root for the Vikings or the Indians. It could be your neighbor, your sister, your mom, even your favorite teacher. 1 in 8 women in the United States is diagnosed with cancer in their lifetime, and that affects all of us. As you can see, the Central Catholic student section is a sea of pink tonight. In service to the community and in honor of English teacher Ashley Salamanca, who is currently undergoing treatment, the students have raised funds for the American Cancer Society through the sale of pink out t-shirts to raise awareness and advance research efforts in the fight against breast cancer. Progress is encouraging, and even more women are winning the battle. than ever before, but there is still plenty of work to be done. To donate, get involved, or learn more, visit the American Cancer Society at www.cancer.org.
3rd and 11 for the Vikings. They set up the screen. Indians are there. And they will drop Weathers for a loss of about 6 on the swing pass.
Brought down by number 7, Julian Major.
And the Indians use a timeout with 2:03 to go. Julian Major on the tackle. 2:03 to go first half. Vikings 14, Indians nothing. You're watching the Penn Hills Football Network. I'm going to rule that a pass. I wasn't quite sure if it was backwards or not. Happened so quickly. Sometimes we get on the officials, but they see it just as quickly as we do. We'll watch the replay here. The luxury we have here in the booth.
Class 3A cross country championships at Cooper's Lake. The pair moves on to PIAA states, and the Vikings finished 6th out of 32 in the team results.
That was a pass.
Shout out to the Oakland Catholic Eagles, who blew away the field.
Barely, but a pass.
43 to win the girls 3A title by individual champion Hannah Shupansky.
The Vikings will kick.
To all at the state meet.
Indians should get decent field position, barring a boomer. High. Indians will let it go. Hits at the 41, takes an Indian bounce, and the Vikings will 48. With 1:53 to go here in quarter number 2, and they trail the Vikings 14-0. I tell you, we don't have a view like this at any other place, do we? Snake Helen. Lovely view here. Downtown Pittsburgh. Grimes and Snell split to the near side. Penalties flags come in. Indians are going to get tagged before this one even starts.
False start against the Indians. 1st and 15 from the 42.
Mathis, straight drop down the sideline. Has Daquan Hardy. He was there, had the man beat, but just a step off. And it's incomplete. 2nd down for the Indians. 2nd and 15, 1:46 to go. Before we fail to mention it, let us mention and congratulate Hollis Mathis, Tank Smith, and Dante Cephas have all been invited to the U.S. Army Combine in Texas. The U.S. Army All-American Combine in Texas. It's a great honor for a high school player, and we got 3 kids that did it this year to be an underclassman. Mathis to the near side, and overthrows Grimes.
Pass intended for number 13. Anthony Grimes falls.
We had Julian Major go last 2 seasons was invited.
For the Indians from the 42.
Now this year we have 3 Indians. I gotta tell you though, I really think Hardy was worthy of consideration. He's had a fantastic season. I'll tell you what, a lot of these kids get a lot of the headlines, but the season Daquan Hardy has had for the Indians, phenomenal. Hardy split to the near side with Anthony Grimes. Mathis flushed this way, and he's going to be sacked.
Mathis brought down in the backfield by number 17, Rory Brennan.
Rory Brennan came a-running. And he'll go down at the, we're going to mark him at about the 35-yard line. Lose about 7. Timeout Vikings, 1:30 to go. 2nd quarter, Central 14, Penn Hills nothing. You're watching the Indians Football Network.
Contact Franjo Construction for all of your commercial construction needs. With more than 40 years of experience, Frank Leonello, class of 1980, and Joe Leonello Jr., class of 87, know the importance of personal commitment, dependability, and integrity. Central Catholic High School would like to thank Franjo Corporation for their sponsorship of Central Catholic Athletics.
Well, the Vikings use their final timeout. Central should get some decent field position here. They get the kick away. Nice kick. Takes an Indian roll. And they'll down it at the 33-yard line. 1:19 to go here, first half. Central 14, Penn Hills nothing. You're watching the Indians Football Network.
Vikings for first and 10.
Indians needed that.
From their own 33.
Needed a good kick like that. I'll tell you what, credit Mika Williams. He got that kick away under some pressure, too. Central quickly to the line following the change of possession. They are out of timeouts. Fisher, swing pass left side, and it's dropped.
Fisher's pass
was intended for Reingrover.
Second down and 10 from the 33.
Central needs to be careful on those swing passes because they're very close to being backward passes. The receiver doesn't realize it and he drops it. That's a live football. The Indians would do well to keep that in mind. Ball hits the turf. Pick it up and go the other way just in case. So play till you hear the whistle. Weather to Fisher's right. It'll be Weathers with the ball.
Weathers, the ball carrier.
Picks up about 4. It'll be 3rd and 6. Clock will roll under 1 minute to go here in the first half. Central.
Number 51, Darrell Porter.
With the no huddle.
3rd and 5 for the Vikings.
Fisher gets the play call. 45 seconds remain in the half. Fisher, straight drop, under pressure, and he's going to be sacked. Jordy Boswell brought the pressure. Jamel Ward finally brought down Fisher. They'll lose 6 yards, and there's an injured Viking on the field. 35 seconds to go. First half, Central 14, Penn Hills nothing. You're watching Indians Football Network. Well, there's an injured Viking. Let me show you a lovely view here. It's Highmark Stadium, downtown Pittsburgh, on a beautiful Friday night, late October. I'm telling you, we've been very fortunate this season with the weather. Nice shot of the bridge there, Bernard. And if you're not familiar with downtown Pittsburgh, if you're watching from out of the city, right across through that bridge over there would be Heinz Field, where the Steelers play. Can't really see it, but it's over there.
Josh Troutman is the injured.
And there's the fountain. There you go, Heinz Field. You got it. You got the fountain, and you got Heinz Field there, Bernard. You are worth every penny we don't pay you. Josh Troutman, the injured Viking, walking off the field. Great to see. Never want to see one of these young men have to be helped off. These kids are young, and it's just a game. So as we look up the Mon, there's a Smithfield Street Bridge. One of the oldest bridges in the city. For those of you architect buffs, that's called a double helix bridge, style bridge. I believe it was designed by Roebling, who also designed the Brooklyn Bridge. Where is this coming from? Hey, why that's there's no reason why we can't have a good time while we're here. Following the injury timeout, the Vikings to the line. 4th down. 35 seconds remain. The Indians used the timeout to have an opportunity to get the ball back. Vikings get the kick away. Sears lets it hit. And the Vikings will down it at the 31-yard line.
Punt down by number 32, Anthony DeVolco. Flag on the play.
Penalty flag. Let's check the call. Indians have it at the 31-yard line. A block in the back against the Indians when nobody was even running with the football.
Block in the back against the Indians. First and 10 Indians from their own 20.
And the Gateway Clipper, a little party, one of the ships. I'm not so sure which one that one is, just floating on by. Indians have 24 seconds, and they're at their own 20. Mathis is going to go for it over the middle. Major has a first down.
Mathis pass complete to Jordan Major.
Clock will stop with 18 seconds to go.
First down Indians.
And Mathis will clock it. Nicely done. Indians do it right. May get its shot at 2 plays. Indians pick up 16 to Major.
Penn Hills from their own 36.
Viking defense has one job. Don't let anybody get behind them. Mathis towards Hardy.
For Hardy falls incomplete.
Clock will stop with 10
Third
seconds
down
to go.
and 10.
We haven't seen a train for a bit.
From the 36.
Coming up at halftime, enjoy the Penn Hills Indians marching band. Indians try to set up the screen to Tank.
This pass intended for Smith falls incomplete. 4th down and 10 for Penn Hills from the 36.
They'll bring up a 4th down for the Indians with 6 seconds, and no, the Indians will not bring on the punt team.
Timeout Vikings.
I didn't think the Vikings had another timeout. The Vikings use a timeout. Basically, what they're going to tell their guys is don't let anybody behind you.
Trusted across the region for over 50 years, Sullivan Super Service can help you with a range of plumbing, heating, and air conditioning services for your home or business. Central Catholic High School would like to thank Sullivan Super Service for their sponsorship of Central Catholic Athletics. Contact Sullivan Super Service for all of your plumbing, heating, and air conditioning needs.
Indians will punt.
Punt fielded by Laconi.
I'm surprised, but that'll end the half. I sort of thought the Indians might have tried just throwing downfield. Thought the Indians bring on the punt team. And that'll do it for the first half. After one half of play, the score, Central Catholic 14, Penn Hills nothing. You are watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to halftime. Here's the group that give you thrills and physical drills. Alright, Penn Hills, 2017, 2018 Big Red Marching Band. This year the band show is called Numbers. They're featuring songs that have the number referred to the title. First up, the Chicago's 25 or 64. Next, they will pick up the phone to Captain Kenny and dial her number 867-5309. For a third song, featuring on the song the Tap Dancers, is 500 Miles. Then the band will close out the show by giving a final countdown. Under the direction of our drum makers, John Janarowski and Charlie Rouse, the Big Red Band will begin their number show in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Visual ensemble captains are Cindy Sinay, Chloe Bottoman, and Sarah Gula. It's the voice of the band, Eric Cooper, saying thank you so much for your attention and support this evening. And now it's time to recognize the seniors that make up the Central Catholic Marching Band. Thank you.
Over the past 4 years, these young women and men have carried on the Oakland Catholic and Central Catholic traditions of faith, spirituality, scholarship, and service through their work in the classroom, in the band, and in their campus and community involvement. Here are the honorees. One senior member of the band is unable to be here tonight. John Marco Frezza is the son of Patrizia Costa Frezza, and his brother Eduardo is a 2015 Central graduate. He plays clarinet and is a member of the rowing crew, environmental club, Baginski Scholars, and campus ministry. John Marco is a member of Sacred Heart Parish and plans on studying international relations in college. He would like to thank his mother. Viking fans, John Marco Frezza. Antonio Capone is being escorted tonight by his parents Martha and Tom, a 1971 Central graduate. His brother Leo is a 2016 grad, and several uncles are Central graduates. Antonio is a 4-year member of the band and has played snare and quads. He is a member of Mount St. Peter Parish, where he is an altar server, and he is a member of the concert band, Masked Drama Club, the Ultimate Frisbee Team, Free Verse, Liturgical Choir, and the Harlequin Literary Magazine. Antonio is a member of the River City Brass Band and the nationally ranked Cadets 2 Drum and Bugle Corps. He is also an Eagle Scout. Antonio plans on studying psychology in college, and he thanks his family, the senior class, the Cadets 2, Mr. Wilson, and his teachers. Ladies and gentlemen, Antonio Capone. Aiden Demke is being escorted this evening by his parents Isla and Mark. He is a 4-year member of the band and has played clarinet, tenor, and baritone saxophone. He is also a member of the Viking varsity swim team and has achieved the rank of Eagle Scout with the Boy Scouts of America. Aiden is a member of St. Maurice Parish and will attend the University of Pittsburgh next year. He would like to thank his parents and grandparents. Fans, let's hear it for Aiden Demke. Jacob Eisman is the son of Marianne Eisman and Dan Eisman, who are escorting him tonight, along with his stepfather, Ed Sikowski. His uncle, William Donald Weber Jr., is a 1983 Central grad. He is a 4-year member of the band, playing cymbals, bass drum, and snare drum. He is also a member of the National Honor Society, the Viking newspaper, as well as the Boy Scouts. Jacob is a member of Word of God Parish and will attend LaSalle University, where he will study journalism. He would like to thank all the people in his life who have helped him realize his potential. Ladies and gentlemen, Jacob Eisman.
Lots of Eagle Scouts.
Julia Griffin is being escorted tonight by her parents, Marita and Matthew, who is a member of Central's class of 1979. Her grandfather, Matthew, is a 1952 Central grad, and several uncles are also graduates. Julia is a 4-year member of the band and plays the piccolo. She is a member of the National Honor Society, Joan of Arc Society of Scholars, the debate team, and is a student ambassador and Eucharistic minister at Oakland Catholic. She is a member of St. Maurice Parish, where she is an altar server. Fans, let's hear it for Julia Griffin. Liam O'Malley is being escorted tonight by his parents, Amy and Michael. He is a 4-year band member and has played alto and tenor sax. He is a section leader. Liam is a member of the rowing crew and the National Honor Society and participates in the My Brother's Keeper program at Central. Outside of school, he participates in TRRA adaptive rowing and is an Eagle Scout in the Boy Scouts of America. Next year, Liam plans on attending West Point, the United States Military Academy, to study chemical engineering. Viking fans, Liam O'Malley. Todd Orovitz is being escorted tonight by his parents, Melissa and Todd. He is a 4-year member of the band on Quince and is also a member of the jazz band and jazz combo. He belongs to St. Richard Parish. Todd is a member of the track and field team, PHHS, and president of the Armed Forces Interest Club at Central. He is lead volunteer at the VA Hospital of Pittsburgh and will study nursing next year at the University of Pittsburgh on a Navy ROTC scholarship. He would like to thank his friends and parents for their support. Ladies and gentlemen, Todd Orovitz. Tara Ponitz is the daughter of Ronette and Edward, who are escorting her this evening. She is a 3-year member of the marching band and has played clarinet and bells. Tara is a member of St. Coleman Parish, where she is an altar server. She is a student ambassador and a member of the track and field team and National Honor Society, and participates in the Radio C podcast at Oakland Catholic and is on the stage crew for the Oakland Catholic Central Catholic Mass. She will study civil and environmental engineering in college, and Tara would like to thank her parents, Mr. Wilson, and all the band parents for their support. Viking fans, let's hear it for Tara Ponitz. Robert Praxty is escorted tonight by his parents, Bonnie and Bill. His brother Hunter is a 2015 Central grad. He is a 1-year member of the band on snare. Robert is a member of the Big Brother program, Mask, Free Verse A Cappella, LaSallian Ministry, Liturgical Choir, and the rugby team at Central. He also participates in the St. Bernadette Youth Group. He will attend Slippery Rock, Pitt, or St. Vincent College next year to study music education. Robert thanks his parents for believing in him and the senior band members for helping him out this year. Viking fans, Robert Praxty. Kara Pushko is escorted tonight by her parents, Beth and Larry. She is a 4-year member of the band and has played clarinet and tenor sax. At Oakland Catholic, she is a member of the track team, a student ambassador, editor of the school newspaper, and a member of the National Honor Society. She is a member of St. Gerard Magella Parish and would like to thank her parents for supporting her and being involved in the band. Ladies and gentlemen, Kara Pushko. Paul Trevor Sandberg is escorted tonight by his parents, Shannon and Paul. He is a 4-year member of the band playing the sousaphone. He is also in the jazz combo. Paul is a member of the rowing crew at Central and plans on attending McGill University in Montreal to study jazz performance next fall. He thanks his parents, family, and everyone who has helped him to become the person he is today. Viking fans, let's hear it for Paul Trevor Sandberg. William Seeger is the son of Deanne and Thomas from the Central Catholic class of 1980, who are escorting him tonight. His brothers Andrew and Michael are also Central alums, as well as several uncles. He is a 4-year member of the band on the clarinet and is a 2-year member of the Viking fencing team. William is an altar server at St. Basil Church, Holy Apostles Parish, and plans on studying computer science at Rochester Institute of Technology next year. He'd like to thank his family and the Central Catholic faculty for being so supportive over the past 4 years. Fans, let's hear it for William Seeger. Samantha Trumpauer is the daughter of Kathy and Doug, who are escorting her tonight. She is a 4-year member of the marching band and plays the trumpet. Samantha is a member of St. Nicholas Orthodox Church in Homestead, and she plans on attending the University of Pittsburgh next fall to study psychology. Samantha would like to thank her parents and all of her friends. Viking fans, let's hear it for Samantha Trumpauer. Tyler Zeke is being escorted by his parents Lynn Coker Zeke and Brian Zeke, along with his grandmother Dottie Coker Busili. He is a 4-year member of the band and has played trumpet and baritone. He participates in the Outdoors Club, the Mask, the choir, and is an organist at his parish, St. Bernadette. He is also a member of the Boy Scouts. Tyler plans to study chemical engineering next year at Penn State. He would like to thank his parents, Mr. Wilson, Brother Tony, and the administration at Central. Ladies and gentlemen, Tyler Zeke. Mandy Zhang is the daughter of Hoi Fong Li and Gui Shang Zhang, who are escorting her tonight. She is a 4-year member of the band and plays piccolo. Mandy is a member of the National Honor Society, the track team, and is a student ambassador at Oakland Catholic, and she is a member of the Masked Stage Crew. She is a youth advocate of OCA, and Mandy would like to thank her parents, and Mr. and Mrs. Wilson, and the chaperones. Ladies and gentlemen, Mandy Zhang. Fans, we would also like to extend our congratulations and best wishes to the Penn Hills seniors and their families. Once again, let's have a nice round of applause for the senior members of the Central Catholic Viking Marching Band. Ladies and gentlemen, the award-winning Central Catholic Oakland Catholic Mask Drama Club will present Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella on Thursday, November 30th through Saturday, December 2nd at the McGonigal Theater. For more information, visit the Central Catholic website at centralcatholichs.com.
Did you push the red button?
No, but it's been going, it's been.
Yeah, you were on YouTube, Facebook.
Second half about to get underway here shortly. We'll just go over some quick stats after we saw the Central Catholic Band recognized here at halftime. Leaders rushing for the Indians, Tim Smith, 4 carries, 19 yards. Tanks, 6 for 17. Anthony Grimes, 1 for 6. Hollis is 5 carries for -7 yards. That's because the sacks count towards him. Passing-wise, Hollis is 4 of 11, 40 yards. Longest was 16 yards. He did have a 75-yard touchdown pass to Julian Major called back for offensive pass interference. On the Central Catholic side, rushing-wise, Khalil Weathers, 14 carries, 86 yards, a 6.1 average for Khalil Weathers. His longest was 31 yards. Troy Fisher, 5 carries, 10 yards. Has a touchdown, longest was 7 yards. Passing-wise, Fisher, 6 of 11, 48 yards, has a touchdown, which opened the scoring in quarter number 1. His longest has been 17 yards. Receiving-wise, Daquan Hardy, 2 for 19 for the Indians. Julian Major, 1 for 16. Rick Martin, 1 for 5. Gavin Thompson, 2 for 21 for the Vikings. Corey Thomas, 1 for 17. Khalil Weathers, 2 for -1. And Austin Vigliotti, 1 catch for 11 yards. That was the 11-yard touchdown pass, which put the Vikings up 7-0 in quarter number 1. Indians get the ball to start half number 2. They're going to need to do something. Central Catholic teeing it up at the 40-yard line. We are about to be underway here at Highmark Stadium. The Vikings up by a score of 14-0. From the 1, Hardy trying to find a lane, gets across the 20, spun down at the 26-yard line.
Brought down by number 36, Nick Navarro.
Nick Navarro with the tackle for the Vikings. The junior wide receiver. Has two brothers playing at St. Vincent College. Older oldest brother Michael, the quarterback up at St. Vincent.
Penn Hills from their own 25 and a half.
And Alexander, a wide receiver. Indians go to the Wildcat again as Mathis splits off to the near side. Smith, Tim Smith, with a nice lane up the middle, gets a first down for the Indians. Nifty little play call there in formation for the Indians on that one. By the way, what's with the neon tonight? Was that coincidental that you're wearing the neon with everybody else? You planned it? Okay. That looks kind of cool, though.
First and 10 Indians from the 37.
Martin and Mason in motion. Mason goes back. Shuffle pass to Mason up underneath. Mason into the secondary. Mason up the sideline. Mason inside the 30, the 20, inside the 10. Hit out of bounds. It'll be first and goal Indians. They're going to mark them at the 8-yard line.
Mason takes the pitch for the long gain, forced out of bounds by Khalil Weathers.
56 yards to Mason. And the Indians have a first down.
First and goal for the Indians from the 7.
Again, same formation. See if Mathis pulls out and they go back to the Wildcat. There it is. Tim Smith again inside the 5, down to about the 3. So it'll be second and goal Indians from the 3-yard line. Tim picks up 5. Tell you, whoever designs these press box, they don't do it for function, do they?
Second and goal from the 3.
Smith getting to the outside, has a lane. Oh, I think if he had kept on going, he may have had it. But it'll get down to the 1.
Brought down by Brian Dallas.
It'll be third down and goal from the 1. Again, this all set up by the 56-yard pass, shuffle pass reception
Second and goal from
by
the
Mason. Mathis will lose a yard. And it'll bring up a 4th and goal. I think the Indians bring back that Wildcat thing. They seem to. They need to get the play, bringing in the personnel. I think it'll do them well to move a little more quicker here. A little more quickly. 4th and goal from the 3. Shuffle past the tank on the inside, and
Terry Smith brought down.
Central stops
the
them.
backfield. The Vikings will take over on downs.
Central will take over at their own 4-yard line. Actually lost a yard on the shuffle pass. Fisher tries to keep it himself, and he does, but gets maybe 2 yards.
Fisher on the keeper. Brought down by 51. Darryl Porter.
And there's an injured Viking on the field. 8:48 to go, third quarter. Vikings 14, Indians nothing. You're watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network.
From the 6.
Second and 10, Vikings from the 6-yard line. Weathers tries to get to the outside. Gets brought down by the jersey. Nice tackle there by Daryl Mason.
By Terry Smith and Daryl Mason. No gain.
Weathers will lose a yard. It'll be 3rd down and 9. They can screen. No. Fisher will throw down the sideline, out of bounds.
Fisher's pass intended for
We'll bring up a
Thompson
4th down.
is incomplete. 4th down and 10 for the Vikings from their own 6.
That one was not catchable. Indians should get good field position. Tim Smith and Jaquay Sears back. This one's going to head towards Sears. Sears over his head. Takes a Viking roll, picks it up at the 42-yard line. Oh, and is he brought down? Was that a horse call? We were sure brought down. Kind of funny. Nothing was called, so apparently it was clean. But Sears misplayed that one. Old running up on the fly ball. The Indians will take over with 7:39 to go in the 3rd quarter. Ball at their own 42-yard line. Last possession, the Indians move from the 26 down to the 1-yard line before turning the ball over on downs at the 4.
1st and 10 Indians from their own 42.
Earlier, the Indians moved down and had a fumble at the 18-yard line. Tank
Terry Smith, the ball carrier.
picks up 4.
Brought down by McCorkle and Thompson. Gain of 4, 2nd down and 6 from the 46.
Robert Montgomery in the slot to the left. Tim Smith behind Hollis Mathis. It'll be Smith. Straight dive play up the middle. Smith does a nice job. Gets to the 30-yard line. Which means the 50-yard line. Picks up 4. It'll be 3rd down and 2.
Gain of 4 to midfield. 2nd down and 2.
I'll tell you, every time we play Central, you hear the names of these kids that came up through the Penn Hills midget system. Too high for Major.
Julian Major falls incomplete. 4th down and 2 from midfield.
It'll be 4th and 2 at the 50-yard line. I think if you're the Indians, safe play here is kick it. Play ball field position. Indians will line up and go for it. Swing pass, Hardy. Dives ahead, will be close to the 1st down. Appears to have it.
Brought down by Thompson, 1st down Indians from the Vikings 48.
First and 10 Indians at the Central Catholic 48-yard line. Hardy, this way. 1st down, loses the football. And Central's unable to come up with it.
Mathis pass to Hardy is complete.
It'll go out of bounds. It'll remain Penn Hills football.
Fumble rolls out of bounds at the 32. 1st and 10 Indians.
Is there an injured Indian? Taquan's still down. We'll take a break. 5:46 to go, 3rd quarter, 14-0 Central Catholic. You're watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network.
Daquan Hardy is the injured Indian.
Okay, he's up, hopping his way to the bench. I see Melvin Kirby on the sideline. Man, Mel. Welcome back, Melvin Kirby. The Indians moved ever so slightly. Roland Phillips just kind of rocked ever so tightly.
1st and 15 from the 37.
Tim Smith behind some blockers. Gets across the 35 to the 34-yard line for about 3.
Tim Smith, the ball carrier, brought down by Brian Dallas.
Indians will have a 2nd down and 12. Brian Dallas with the tackle.
Gain of 2, 2nd and 13 from the 35.
Tank. Had a hole, closed quickly. Maybe a yard. You should be looking at it 3rd down and 11.
Personal foul, face mask against the Vikings. Fans, we have the winning 50-50 number for $670.
Face mask call from the Vikings gives the Indians a first down.
Ticket. The winning number 339145 for $670 on the yellow ticket. 339145. Please come to the press box to claim your winnings.
Indians with a first down at the 19-yard line. Mathis towards the end zone. Had Martin, they're going to say, is unable to hold on to it.
Intended for number 9.
Break there for the Indians, because if they rolled it a reception, it would have been a fumble.
Second and 10 from the 20.
Tank has a hole left side
Terry Smith, the ball
to the
carrier.
15.
Brought down by Tillman and Dodson. Flag on the play.
Penalty flag on the play. Unsportsmanlike conduct call against the Indians.
Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Indians. Third and 21 for the Indians.
3rd and 21. Mathis stepped up right into a sack.
Mathis brought down in the backfield by number 2, David Green. Penalty is against the Vikings. Third down and 11 from the 20.
The penalty against the Vikings moves the ball up to the 20-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 11 for the Indians now. Mathis throwing one towards the end zone. Major came up with it, was out of bounds. And that'll bring up a 4th down.
Intended for number 7, Julian Major, is incomplete, caught out of bounds. 4th and 11 for the Indians from the Vikings 20.
So the Indians with another 4th down. Do you go end zone here, or do you try to pick up the first down? That was the other thing. I would go for the first. Mathis running for his life, gets sacked.
Mathis is brought down in the backfield by Rory Brennan and number 4, Brian Dallas.
She wanted anybody block on that play.
The ball is turned over on downs. The Vikings will take over 1st and 10.
So the Vikings will take over at their own 28-yard line.
Visit UPMC Sports Medicine's newest location, the UPMC Lemieux Sports Complex, located in Cranberry Township, serving Pittsburgh's northern suburbs and Butler County. To learn more, call 1-855-93-SPORT or visit upmclemieuxsportscomplex.com.
Dante Jones for no gain. John, just get the sidebar of this story is going to be the Indians not helping themselves in any way. The opportunities they've let slip by in this game. Play action. Fisher. Hit from behind, brought down.
Fisher is brought down in the backfield by number 2, Daryl Mason.
Daryl Mason with the tackle for loss of a yard. Called a sack.
3rd down and 10 for the Vikings from the 28.
No, Khalil Weathers. The Vikings will use a timeout. 1:33 to go, 3rd quarter. Central Catholic 14, Penn Hills nothing. You're watching the Indians Football Network.
Fans catch up with all things Central Catholic at www.centralcatholichs.com and on Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn. Alumni, if you haven't visited centralalumni.com already, be sure to register. Central Catholic Alumni Connect is fully integrated with social networks and allows you to reconnect with classmates, expand your professional network, and give back to the Central Alumni Brotherhood.
Fisher straight drop, throws one down over the middle too far.
Fisher's pass intended for Reingromer falls incomplete.
We'll bring up a 4th down for the Vikes. Clock will stop with 1:29 to go. The Indians have been moving the football. They've just been getting down in the red zone.
4th and 10 for the Vikings from the 28.
And then start operating into the Chinese fire drill.
Sears and Tim Smith deep for the Indians.
Tim Smith and Jaquay Sears back for the Indians. Fisher doing the punting. Almost blocked by the Indians. They did get a hand on it. It was tipped. And the Vikings will down it at the 50-yard line. Indians did get a paw on the football.
Fisher's punt down by number 20, Liam Slattery.
So now again, the Indians with another opportunity. Indians have fumbled at the 18, turned the ball over on downs at the 4. Turned the ball over on downs a couple other times. And Central uses their 2nd timeout of the half.
Timeout Vikings.
And the Vikings use a timeout. 1:17 to go. Third quarter, Central 14, Penn Hills nothing. You're watching the Indians Football Network. We've sacked them? No, they sacked us. Oh, they sacked us. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what I have marked down. He's been running for his life the whole game. You know, I don't know what's going on out there what's going on with the line tonight, but Hollis has been running for his life all night. Pine Richland and North Allegheny in a barn burner, 28-21 Rams. Winner takes the conference. Indians, 1st and 10 at the 50. Tim looks for somewhere to go. To the 48 for a pickup of 2.
Tim Smith, the ball carrier, brought down by Rory Brennan and Brian Dallas.
Brian Dallas getting up slowly.
Gain of 2. 2nd and 8 from the Vikings 48.
Swing pass, left side, Grimes. Khalil Weathers is right there, and Grimes will lose 3.
Major, the ball carrier, brought down by Dodson along with Weathers. Loss of 3 on the play. 3rd down and 11 from the 49.
Yeah, the Indians will let the third quarter wind out. After 3, the score, Central Catholic 14, Penn Hills nothing. You're watching the Indians Football Network. Bethel's up 10, 27-17 over Lebo. Looks like we'll be at Bethel Park next week. That's my ciphering. We'll be at Bethel.
As well as the band and football parent and other volunteers who spent countless hours working so hard to make senior recognition a special occasion and a night to remember.
Beautiful shot of the PPG building. Another Gateway Clipper coming up the field, up the river, I should say. No other atmosphere like this here at Highmark Stadium. 3rd and 11. Mathis straight drop launches when downfield. Caught out of bounds. Penalty flag comes in. They're going to call pass interference against the Vikings. It looks like they may just be doing that. Pass was intended for Akeem Snell.
Pass falls incomplete.
It's going to be holding against Central Catholic.
Holding against the Vikings.
Be a 10-yard penalty now, make it 3rd and 1.
Third down and 1 for the Indians from the Vikings 41.
Tank stacked up, fights his way ahead. Looks like he's going to be just short of the first down.
Terry Smith, the ball carrier, brought down by Liam Slattery. Short gain on the play. Brings up 4th and inches for the Indians.
Let's call it no gain. I'll call it 1. No gain. Fans don't like the spot, but at the officials, it was actually rather accurate. Another 4th down for the Indians. Tank again. We'll have the first down for certain this time.
Smith runs for the first down. Brought down by Ferdy.
Train. Those train cars you see going by are hauling automobiles. Cars and trucks are inside those train cars right there. Fire drill to the right. Mathis
Mason
is sacked
Mathis is taken down
by
in the
Eric
backfield
Fodder.
by number 30, Eric Ferdyhurt.
It's a loss of 12. Fodderhurt came in untouched.
Loss of 12 on the play. 2nd down and 22 from midfield.
Mathis, throwback this way to Mason. Loses the football. Incomplete.
Mathis pass intended for number 2. Mason falls incomplete.
Brings up 3rd and 22 for the Indians. Drive, which started at the 50-yard line, is back at the 50-yard line. Mathis, flushed, sacked, back at the 40-yard line.
Mathis is brought down in the backfield by number 20, Liam Slattery.
Indians on the drive, 7 plays, negative 10 yards.
Fourth and 32 from the 40.
Mika Williams back to kick for the Indians. Penalty flag comes in.
Thompson are deep.
Nice kick by Williams.
Cam Laconi fields the punt, brought down by number 9, James Schrock.
Laconi bobbled it there for a moment. Was able to come up with it. They're going to make the Indians re-kick.
False start against the Indians.
Indians in illegal formation. High snap. Williams starts running for his life. Has a little bit of room to the near side. A penalty flag. 3 of them come flying in the back. When one throws one, they all want to throw them. Williams got out to the 42-yard line, a net pickup of 2. Give the kid credit. I think if this is against Penn Hills and you're Central Catholic, you just decline the penalties and take the ball.
Brought down by number 20, Slattery, at 24, Dodson. Flag on the play.
Personal foul against the Indians is declined.
Penalty is declined. Vikings will take over. 1st and 10.
Vikings take over on downs.
From
The Indians did not get the
43.
punt away. And they get the ball at the Indian 43-yard line.
Jones, the
A couple of yards there for Jones.
Brought down by Jordy Boswell.
Again, we've seen Khalil Weathers come in on defense, but we haven't seen him on offense here in a couple of series. Jones again.
Jones
down to the 39-yard line, a pickup of 2. Bring up a 3rd down and 6. Clock running, 8:20 to go here, quarter number 4. Central 14, Penn Hills nothing.
Third and 6 from the 39.
Jones again. Be short of the 1st down. Wrapped up by
Jones,
Sears and Porter.
Brought down by number 51.
It'll be 4th and a yard.
Number 23, Jaquay Sears. 4th down and 1 for the Vikings from the 34.
Jones will have the 1st down.
Jones on the carry.
Fights his way to the 29-yard line, picks up 5.
Gain of 5 on the play. 1st and 10 Vikings from the 29.
Jones tries to find himself a crack in the line, but
Jones,
nothing there. The Indians do a nice job to seal the line of scrimmage. And he'll be held for no gain.
Number 51, Darrell Porter. No gain, 2nd down and 10 from the 29.
Fisher, play action, rolls to his left, throws underneath, has a man. Pass complete, out of bounds at the 26-yard line was Austin Vigliotti.
Gain of 3 on the play, 3rd down and 7 from the 26.
Called a pickup of 4, make it 3rd and 6. Long 6. Jones, left side, has a lane. It'll be short of the 1st down.
Brought down by
About 5. It'll be 4th and a yard. And the clock continues to run. 5:15 to go here, 4th quarter. 14-0 Vikings. Called a 4th down and 2. Jones picked up 4. Jones runs into his own man, finds a seam, has the 1st down.
Dontre Jones, the ball carrier, takes it for the Vikings. First
Gets down to about the 10-yard line. That'll be first and goal for the Vikings.
53, George Freeman.
The Indians really missing Dante Cephas tonight. I have to tell you, defensively, offensively, train. Cephas got in a bit of a scuffle last week, and he and a Mount Lebanon player are both suspended this week, as per rules. Jones for a couple.
Carrier. Second and goal for the Vikings from the 9.
Jones, left side.
Jones on the carry.
It's back to the line of scrimmage.
Brought down by
Looks like he got rolled over by his own guy.
Well, along with Quaison Crater. Timeout, Indians.
Indians will use a timeout. 3:39 to go, fourth quarter. Vikings 14, Indians nothing. You're watching the Penn Hills Football Network. That is huge. Not having Cephas was very large. Probably won't be the last. So beautiful night. We've been very fortunate. Yeah. So what's with the neon?
I don't know. I guess the kids gave it. Next month is epilepsy awareness month.
Next week?
They have it on. They have it on.
Third and goal, Vikings. Fisher keeps it himself, walks into the end zone, touchdown, Central Catholic.
Troy Fisher on the keeper takes it for the Central Catholic touchdown.
Vikings now up 20-0 with the extra point pending. Touchdown coming with 3 minutes, 35 seconds to go here in this contest. Jonathan Opalco to try the point after.
On the snap by Austin
Don Pietro to hold. The kick is up and good. The score, Central Catholic 21, Penn Hills nothing. You're watching the Indians Football Network. Vikings to kick off following the Fisher touchdown run. His second of the contest. From the 4-yard line. Big hole, Jaquay Sears takes a licking, keeps on ticking. Out across the 30 to the 35-yard line.
Fielded by number 23.
Nice return by Jaquay Sears.
Penn Hills will take over 1st and 10 from their own 35.
Jaquay Sears out to the 40-yard line, picks up 5.
The ball carrier, brought down by Tillman. Gain of 5 on the play. 2nd down and 5
On
the
it.
40.
Clock under 3 minutes and running here in quarter number 4. Sears again, stacked up at the 40-yard line, no gain. Looked like there was a big hole there for a moment, and then Central Catholic just stepped in to fill it.
No gain. 3rd and 5 from the 40.
Well, the Indians will be in action next week. Round 1 of the playoffs. Site to be determined. We are projecting, and we will be at Bethel Park. Tim Smith will have a first down for the Indian with a pickup of 7.
Brought down by Dominic Dodson. Gain of 7 on the play. First down for the Indians from their own 47.
Indians again run that Wildcat, pick up 6.
Tim Terry, the ball carrier, brought down by Tim Smith, the ball carrier, brought down by Eric Ferdyhert. Gain of 6 on the play. 2nd down and 4 from the 47.
Mathis, play action, has a man open. Smith threw the pass behind him.
Mathis pass intended for number 4, Tim Smith.
Nicely designed little route and play, but the
Defended
Indians
by
unable to
number
come up with it.
22, Chase McCorkle.
Difference between this week and last week. Last week the Indians connected on those passes. This week the Indians have not.
The Vikings 47.
Tim will have another first down. Carries Vikings inside the 40 to the 36-yard line.
Tim Smith, the ball carrier, brought down by Dodson. First down, Indians from the Vikings 36.
Smith for 3 more.
Tim Smith, the carrier, brought down by David Green.
And the Indians are going to let this one wind down. And they're going to call it a game. Clock winds down. We've hit triple zeros, and that's it. The final score, Central Catholic beats the Penn Hills Indians by a score of 21-0 here at Highmark Stadium. It was 14-0 after one. Central Catholic was able to hold on. The Indians just really couldn't get out of their own way at times here tonight. But the Indians, Central Catholic took the opening kickoff, went right downfield, 63 yards. Fisher to Austin Vigliotti.
Please be courteous and patient in the parking garage.
Next position, Troy Fisher keeps it himself on a 1-yard run. 14-0 in the first quarter. And that was it there. The Indians they did threaten at times, but turned the ball over on turnovers, also on downs. But if you're going to have a game like this, do it before the playoffs. So, the Indians will finish 4th in the conference. Vikings will finish 3rd. North Allegheny 2nd, and but based on the score last I saw from Pine Richland, looked like Pine Richland was holding on to beat North Allegheny. So the Rams will finish 1st, the Tigers 2nd, the Vikings 3rd, and the Indians 4th. So if we're going to play prognosticator, we'll be at Bethel Park next week. But who knows? So, beautiful night here at Highmark Stadium. At least the weather was nice. The Indians draw up one here to the Vikings, 21-0. Indians finish the regular season 7-3. The Vikings at 8-2. Well, we'll see you next week. It'll be the playoffs. And it's all for everything. Win or go home. Again, the final score here from Station Square. Central Catholic Vikings defeat the Penn Hills Indians by a score of 21-0. I'm Bill Navari. Thank you for watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network.